last match on the card. This match, we wanted one thing, and WWE gave us something else because it's WWE at the end of the day. They're gonna say, "Oh yeah, you're gonna get this match. It's gonna be huge." Change it up at the last second just because we want to, because this is what they think the fans want when really we don't. But yeah, the last match on this list is the 6-man tag team match. The Raw Tag Team Champions RK-Bro and Drew McIntyre versus the Bloodline, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, and the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns, where the Bloodline got the W. And honestly, that match, even though no one wanted this match, including me, we all wanted, the unification match. We all wanted the main event to be a tag team unification match. We want that completely. We wanted that. And honestly, even though we didn't get that, the Bloodline still got the W. Surprisingly to say, it was a really great match. Honestly, if I had to rate that match, it was maybe 4.5 stars out of 5. That was a really good match to watch. I'm not going to hold you. I really did. There was a lot of moments in there that was like jaw-dropping, and I will never get them to this day. Like, if I really have to, I'm really going to dissect this last match, honestly. Because in this rivalry alone, even though it's technically it was basically kind of like a big rivalry because Usos, Roman Reigns, Cousins, Drew McIntyre wants Roman Reigns for his titles, and obviously RK-Bro wants the Usos titles. So, in my mind, honestly, I wanted RK-Bro and Drew McIntyre win, because if they did win that match, it would basically just say to the Bloodline, like, bruh, you are close to losing all of your titles. Literally, if RK-Bro and Drew McIntyre won the match, that means that basically the whole Bloodline is close to losing their titles. Because honestly, if Drew McIntyre pinned Roman Reigns, that's basically saying at the next pay-per-view, I'm beating you for your titles. Honestly. And I wish all those titles were on the line. The Raw Tag Team Championship titles, the SmackDown Tag Team Championship titles, and both WWE and Universal titles. Because in my mind, I was getting creative. In my mind, this is what I wanted to hear in my mind. In my mind, I was like, this match is 7-4-1 fall, and it's a winner take all unification match. In one quarter, you got the Raw Tag Team Champions, Riddle and Randy Orton, RK-Bro, with the Scottish Warrior, the Claymore Kicker, Drew McIntyre. And in the other corner, you have one half of the Bloodline. They are your SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. And the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, your undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns. If I heard that, you know how happy I would be watching that match? Because it's for every single title, Universal title, WWE title, and both tag team titles off of both brands. You know how happy I would be watching that match? Bro, I've been like, you know what, WWE, you turned something better and made it even more better. Honestly, if they turned that unification match into a winner takes all unification match for not only the two tag team titles but also both world titles, I would have been happy as hell to actually be in that arena and actually watch that match. But no, as usual, WWE gives us a lazy booking ass match and gave us basically something that we didn't want, but it turned out to be really good, which is weird. So obviously, with the whole match, yes, the Bloodline was dominant throughout the whole thing. They were dominant, which obviously it's the Bloodline. If you're not dominant, then don't. Then it's weird. It's weird to obviously see, and honestly, leading up to this match, I'm not gonna hold you. In 2 weeks, that build up actually turned out to be pretty good for basically not like a long time rivalry, but for a 2 week rivalry, it it basically turned out to be pretty good with all three members. With all three, all six wrestlers wrestling each other, especially all of them for being titles for titles. So obviously, like I said, it's usually Riddle starting the match. Yeah, it's mostly Riddle, but this time it was Roman Reigns starting the match, which is weird, right? And this man was trying to be slick and grabbing the sword to be like, let me use this sword on one of the Usos real quick. And after a while, Randy Orton was dominant, then tagged in Riddle, and then honestly, Riddle was getting his ass, his ass handed to him. He was basically getting dominated, bro. He was definitely getting dominated. After that, this man was like Riddle tagged in Drew McIntyre and was staring down Roman Reigns like it was everything, bruh. At the whole time of the match, he was staring this man down like it was no tomorrow. Drew McIntyre versus one of the Usos, it's literally nothing. It's literally nothing. Like this man, so it was so good that this man said, you know what? Usos, it's like forget this, bruh. It's like nah, come this. Drew McIntyre was staring at Roman Reigns and saying, "Bro, get your ass in here. Get your ass in here. I want a piece of you. I want a piece of Roman Reigns." And bro, let's talk more fight. And this man was staring at each other like it's nothing. And I'm like, bro, we're about to get a little bit of a face off here. Honestly, we're about to get a little bit of a face off here. And this man, after a while, walked around the ring and came back out. I'm like, bro, are you serious right now? You basically teased us for this. You basically teased us and been like, nah, not yet. You Roman Reigns is like, bro, not yet. I'm gonna get you, but just not now. And he was like, you know what? Forget you. Let's just make a fool out of your cousins, honestly. And Riddle was dominant throughout some of the match, and obviously Usos cheat because they're little bitches, so they do cheat. Even though you can hate the Usos, but you just can't hate the Usos, which is funny. So obviously, the Usos gonna be doing the dirty work for them and shit. And yes, Riddle was getting manhandled. I'm not gonna hold you. He was getting thrown around the ring like it's crazy. And after a while, since it wasn't Drew McIntyre, obviously Usos tagged Roman Reigns in and now basically was throwing Riddle around even more like a puppet to them. And honestly, Riddle was fighting everything, bro. He kept on looking at the character like, bro, this dude's nothing to me, bro. Why? This dude is completely nothing to me. After that, this man countered. But basically, it's weird because it's Riddle kind of countered in a way, and then after that, I think it was Jay. If it was Jimmy or Jay, kicked Randy Orton in the face, and it's weird because he slid out like slime, which is weird as hell. And then after a while, This man is like, all right, his partner's not here, so I can probably just end this shit now. Riddle countered and said, and basically said, fuck that, bro. I'm tagging in Drew McIntyre. I am tagging in Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre came in and said, finally, them two face to face in the Backlash arena, and they were going in. Both of them were going at it like it's no tomorrow, bro. Drew McIntyre was countering like everything Roman Reigns was doing. Every single thing. This nigga was mad, bro. Like, this man was so mad. Obviously, Drew, and then after that, Drew McIntyre got a little bit handled, just a tiny bit. But Tribal Chief became like a little bit dominant during this match, during the tag match a little bit, and now this man was just giving him punch after punch after punch, and this man gave him the Claymore, bro. After that, they were like, bruh, nah, we're like, this is done for. Randy Orton got in, bruh, did his, after Randy Orton got in, he's like, bruh, you know what, let me just end this, like, match real quick, bruh. Like, this, after that, Randy Orton did his signatures, bro. Did his signature, was so close to do a signature, all right? After that, through one of the, he almost got a super kick to the face, missed that, RKO to Jimmy. RKO to Jay. After that, and I'm like, this man was like, yo, just giving everybody RKOs, right? Just giving everybody RKOs. And this match was really good. After that, we thought this man was gonna give them like Claymores to Jimmy and Jay. But nah, didn't happen. Thought it was gonna happen, but never did. After a while, Riddle became a little bit dominant in the match. They did. What sucks is after that, like, Riddle came out of nowhere, and Jey Uso was on the top rope, and this man did another RKO from off the top rope, but sneaky because, like, Roman Reigns tagged himself in, and then after he tagged himself in, Riddle turned around and speared Riddle, and they got the W after that. Which sucks because both of them, Orton and McIntyre, was on the outside of the ring, so they couldn't really help Riddle. But yeah, even though that was the end of the match, even though I didn't want the Bloodline to win, they were gonna win anyway. It's the Bloodline, for God's sake. It's the Bloodline. Bloodline is going to win no matter what happens. No matter if they cheat, no matter if the ref is down. Something along that line, the Bloodline will cheat just to get their way. So, I mean, like I said, if it wasn't the Bloodline that was going to win, it was definitely going to be Drew McIntyre and RK-Bro. But in this case, it was always going to be the Bloodline. Because the Bloodline don't win, then I don't know what will happen, honestly. But that's all my opinions and the whole recap of WrestleMania Backlash. Honestly, this WrestleMania Backlash was really solid. It was really solid. Honestly, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. It was a pretty solid pay-per-view match. Like I said, 4 out of the 6 matches was pretty good. Like, Madcap Moss and Corbin was actually pretty good. And to be honest, the whole match could have done without the whole pay-per-view could have done without the whole Omos and Bobby Lashley incident. But it is what it is. But overall, solid pay-per-view. Everybody did like a really good job, honestly, and it's just actually one of the smaller pay-per-views that actually did pretty well.